We are following a developing story out of Elizabeth City. A black man identified as 40-year-old Andrew Brown Jr. was shot and killed this morning by a Pasquotank County deputy. Deputies served a search warrant around 8:30 this morning. Witnesses say Brown got into his car and started to drive away. That's when shots were fired. Witnesses say they heard between 6 to 8 gunshots. We start at 5 in Bertie County. 2 people are dead after a tornado caused by Isaias hit a mobile home park near Windsor in the middle of the night. You can see from the video the devastating effects from that tornado. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Watlington. There is good news coming from this scene of that tornado. A mother and her 2 children reported missing earlier today have been found safe. 9 on your sides, Amber Joseph begins our team coverage at 5 with a woman who survived the twister. Firefighters in an Onslow County community say Isaias gave them a challenge as they responded to a condo building in flames. That fire happening just before midnight at the Surf Condos on North New River Drive in Surf City. 9 on your sides, Camila Barco is live there now, continuing our team coverage. Camila, what are you learning about last night's fire?
Deciding the party that controls the U.S. Senate.
Democratic challenger Cal Cunningham and incumbent Republican Tom Tillis have battled it out. You've no doubt seen the commercials nonstop for months now, and this one also very close. 96% of the precincts across our state reporting Tillis with a 2 percentage point lead, earning 2.6 million votes across the state. Although right now this race is too close to call. We begin this evening with continuing coverage on the death of a Greenville police sergeant. Over the weekend, Sergeant Tim McInerney's home on Fox Hollow Drive in Ayden caught fire. First responders believe the body they found inside is Sergeant McInerney, but officials are still waiting on confirmation. Across the state, fire and police departments took to social media to express their love and support for Sergeant McInerney's family. In the Triad, a popular water park will reopen this weekend for the first time in more than 600 days. Wet and Wild Emerald Point in Greensboro will open tomorrow for the summer season. After closing for all of 2020 because of the coronavirus, the park will host visitors for the first time since Labor Day 2019. The park says they will follow CDC recommendations during the ongoing pandemic. The park hiring 600 seasonal workers ahead of the reopening.
With more states launching lotteries to boost COVID vaccinations, could North Carolina be next? Governor
Roy Cooper says he's talking to other state leaders about this and says he wants to try whatever will work. Our Capitol reporter Michael Hyland is live in Raleigh now. Michael, you talked one-on-one with the governor about this, so how likely is it? And I'm Ken Watlington, anchoring live this afternoon from Lenoir County. We are continuing our Hospital Heroes series this week. Our 4th stop of the week is here in Kinston at Lenoir UNC Healthcare. The largest hospital in Lenoir County serves quite a few people in this area and the surrounding counties. And we're here today simply to say thank you to the men and women who work inside this building each and every day in the fight against the coronavirus. Coming up a little bit later, one of the nurses here will join me live to get a more in-depth perspective of what it's been like as we battle the coronavirus. Also, our Caroline Boyer is here as well. She went inside the building earlier today to talk to some of the workers and get a gauge of what it's been like and how they're feeling as we kind of round the corner in the fight against COVID-19. There is some good news concerning vaccinations here in our state. Governor Roy Cooper is making every adult eligible to get vaccinated sooner than expected. Wednesday, March 31st, the rest of Group 4 will become eligible. This includes essential workers who aren't vaccinated, college students in dorms, and those in other group settings. The goal, to get as many people vaccinated as possible. Jones County is now allowing every adult 18 and up to get a COVID vaccine. Although today's vaccine event filled up, County Health Director Ann Pike tells us they are having a hard time filling future appointments. She thinks people are hesitant to take a day off from work to get a shot. She also says that the demand for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is higher because it only needs 1 dose. Right now, the health department only has the Moderna vaccine. And I'm Ken Watlington, anchoring live this afternoon out at Clark LeClaire Stadium. It's the NCAA Greenville Regional for baseball, the 3rd straight tournament that the Pirates are hosting an NCAA Regional here at Clark LeClaire Stadium. And unlike 2 seasons ago, after 1 game, the Pirates are in the win column. Let's bring in Sports Director Brian Bailey now for a recap of what's already transpired today. This time yesterday, with the weather, didn't think we'd play baseball.
No idea.
We played baseball, a full house, and a Pirate win.
It was great to see a full house.
And I'm Ken Watlington, anchoring Live from Granger Stadium in Kinston. It is the home opener for the Down East Wood Ducks as they host the Carolina Mudcats. First pitch set for 7 o'clock, and we've got team coverage to get you set for tonight's game. Right now, though, we're going to take you out to another part of Granger Stadium. The front gate, the entrances, our fans are ready to line up and get inside this stadium. Over the next hour, the gates just opening at 6 o'clock, and in fact, it's the first time these gates have opened for fans for a Wood Ducks game in 612 days. We all know the 2020 minor league baseball season was wiped out due to COVID-19, but tonight, baseball is back on the minor league level here in eastern North Carolina. And as Jerry mentioned, we've got picture-perfect weather for the Wood Ducks and the Carolina Mudcats. It's an exciting night here, and it's an exciting night all across eastern North Carolina as local business owners have also missed having the Down East Wood Ducks taking the field here at Granger Stadium. 9 on your sides, Caroline Boyer is live outside King's Barbecue across town here in Kinston. Caroline, what are you hearing from local business owners? And with opening day for baseball comes some precautions because of COVID-19. Our Kelsey O'Donnell joins us live from the concourse here at Granger with some of the changes this year. And Kelsey, what's different? And I'm Ken Watlington anchoring live this afternoon in Morehead City. It's day 3 of the annual Big Rock Blue Marlin tournament, and there's 2 big storylines on this Wednesday. One, it is the weather. Picture perfect day out here, plenty of sunshine, had to put on the hat. Quite different scene than just 24 hours ago when there was a thunderstorm and torrential rain affecting this tournament. Today, though, great weather. It didn't really affect, though, the fish being caught out in the Atlantic. As of right now, no big blues have been boated here on day 3, and that means the leader after day 2 is still your leader. The boat Natural boated a big blue yesterday, 521.6 pounds. That earned them the fabulous fisherman prize of over $828,000, and if they remain in first place at the end of the weekend, they'll get an additional $1.7 million, a total of $2.5 million if the boat Natural stays number 1 through the end of the weekend. We'll have much more on the leaderboard and the activity coming up in just a minute. You know, Zoe, I think at 5:30, Courtney Courtwright was making fun of my hat, but it was needed today. It's sunny, it's warm out here. I'm just trying to protect the skin and everything.
Oh my gosh, that is the right thing to do.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ken Watling, anchoring from home tonight. Thank you for joining us. We begin this half hour in Duplin County, where investigators are looking into the cause of an explosion that destroyed a man's mobile home. It happened around noon on Jackson Store Road near Beulahville. The homeowner told investigators he lit a cigarette just before the explosion. The victim was flown to a burn center in Chapel Hill in critical condition. Investigators don't know if the explosion had anything to do with the home's heating system, but they say it's a good reminder of proper maintenance. The Duke University women's basketball team will end its season immediately amid the coronavirus pandemic. A person spoke on condition of anonymity in the situation today because the school has not publicly announced the decision. The team has been on pause since December 16th because of 2 positive COVID-19 tests and contact tracing within the program's travel party. The Blue Devils are now the first school from a major conference to start this season but not finish it because of the virus. A Greensboro man is making beating the coronavirus his mission. He's one of our state's backbones behind COVID research. This is a stressful time for many people as they deal with not only the pandemic, but politics and social justice conflicts. However, there is help in coping with these pressures. Those stressors and the feelings of uncertainty they create can have an impact on your mental health. East Carolina University professor Heather Littleton says stress can bring on issues like anxiety, depression, and irritability. Littleton says it's important people find healthy ways to deal with and release their bad feelings. The Salvation Army is asking you to help save Christmas. The organization is seeing greater need from families because of COVID's financial effects. 9 on your side's Camila Barco is live in Jacksonville tonight. And Camila, what is the Salvation Army doing right now ahead of Christmas? In the movie Top Gun, Tom Cruise's character Maverick trains against Navy pilots posing as the enemy. A private company is now moving to Kinston to play that enemy role against military pilots here in the East. Draken International owns the world's largest commercial fleet of privately owned tactical aircraft. The group assists U.S. military pilots in practice missions, pretending to be their enemy in the skies. The company will set up a base at Kinston's Global Trans Park. All right, stay with us. More news and weather coming up after the break on 9 on your side news at 5:30.